Hello, students. My name is Stanley Agrid, the resident gentle giant and the master of dog arts here at Pet Helpers. Now, I may be blind, but trust me, I still know everything there is to know about us dogs. I might not have seen 'em, but best believe I've smelled 'em all. Oh, 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 oh. Now, I hope you have been having a truly magical time here at camp. There are so many fantastical creatures that make up that world of Harry Potter that we've been speaking so much about. From the fearsome dragons like the Norwegian Ridgeback and the Hungarian Horntail, to the noble hippogriffs that soar through the skies like my pal Buckbeak, to even the penny-snatching Nifflers. But as wonderful as these imaginary beasts are to think about, nothing beats a good dog. And boy, do they come in all shapes and sizes, filling in every corner of the map, each performing their own unique jobs and tricks. Get ready to join me on a trip around the world as I show you fantastic dogs and where to find them. All right, loves. We're starting off with a dog that's close to home. And when I say close, I mean really close. Meet the Carolina dog. This gorgeous yellow dog is often called the American dingo due to how similar in nature it is to the wild dingo dogs of Australia. While many Carolina dogs live on as pets in America, there are still many living out there in the wild today, out in the swamps and forests of South Carolina and Georgia. They have been there since the Native American times, making them some of the last breed of wild dogs left in nature in the North American continent. Next up, we leave the heat of our backyard for the freezing cold of Siberia to meet the Husky. Look at that face. Siberia is incredibly cold and snowy for much of the year, and for that reason, people and dogs have had to team up for thousands of years to survive. Siberian Huskies are known worldwide for their prowess and skills as sled dogs. Their thick coats help protect them from the winter that goes as cold as negative 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow! That's some coat. People in Siberia often rely on Huskies as sled dogs to help them make it over hundreds of miles of snow and ice to get food, medicine, and supplies for their villages during the winter. Go, dog, go! Now, while Huskies need a thick coat to keep them warm in the cold of Siberia, our next dog has its own special coat to stay cool in the heat of Mexico. Meet the Zolo Quintile, or at least that's what I think it's pronounced. Or as we know it in the States, the Mexican hairless dog. The summers in Mexico are incredibly hot, even hotter than it is here in Charleston. But a hairless dog's sleek coat helps them be able to run and play without having to slow down from that blaring heat. These pups have been man's best friend in Mexico since the times of the ancient Aztec and Mayan civilizations. How about that? Finally, let's take a look at a truly remarkable kind of dog that grows more and more popular by the day. Designer dogs. No, 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 not that kind of designer dog. I'm talking about fun and creative dogs born from two separate breeds. Back in my day, we just called them mutts. But hey, isn't it more fun to say designer dogs? Here, allow me to illustrate. So you take a daddy poodle who meets a mommy Labrador. What do you call their baby? A Labradoodle. Oh, well, everybody probably knows that one. Let's get a little bit harder. Well, what if that daddy poodle met a mommy cocker spaniel instead? What would you name their baby? A cockapoo! Now here's a final hard one. What happens when you meet the baby of a schnauzer and a weenie dog? Any guesses? A Schweenie! Wow. Thanks for joining me on this journey around the world. I hope you learned a thing or two about fantastic dogs and where you're gonna find them. I'll be seeing you lads and lasses later on in camp. In the meantime, with an adult supervision, go to pethelpers.org/dog to meet the fantastic dogs of Pet Helpers right now, including myself, might I add. I'm quite available. We almost always have a wonderful selection of hounds, terriers, labs, and designer mixes of all kinds. Maybe you could try to guess some of their breeds. Smell you later.